Hunting is a popular trade and profession in the Isles. It's how one gets pig and meat, after all, and pig caught in the forest is a ritual sacrifice, filled with spiritual meaning and power. Hunting in the Isles are done either by oneself, with traps, or with a dog or two, who can pin down game. When war broke out, and constant violence loomed, specialized warrior hunters arose, pointing their traps and their dogs at their enemies. These warrior hunters used their dogs and traps to hunt the greatest prey, fellow warriors. They call themselves the beast hunters, for they both hunt and handle beasts, and what are warriors but beasts of a different name? The Akai clan that began the beast hunter art is long gone, their traditions dispersed across all of the Isles, but yes, it was Akai that first saw their applicability in war, and began granting nobility and vassalage to hunters who would join the sultana's following and army. An even smaller contingent of elite hunters serve as her royal hunters, outfitted with silks and golds and jades. Beast hunters use a large variety of constructed traps to control the battlefield. They might bait their enemies, use strange pits to make them fall, or soften the soil to make them slip quicker. Beast hunters are unmatched when it comes to manipulating the battlefield with their ingenuity and closest allies. They thrive in the mid-range, putting down traps to shut down enemy movement and skill. Most importantly, the beast hunter focuses on flowing mindful movements that incorporate their hunting beast. Hunting beasts are fierce and they never back down, and they even prefer to fight against things larger than them, the devil bastards. They rejoice in the glory of savaging a giant boar or crocodile or stag and bringing them writhing to the floor. The most common beast is a witch dog, forest canines that can climb trees and have constantly sharp claws, but common hunting beasts also include monkey-eating eagles, fierce civets, juvenile crocodiles, and sometimes even wild warty boars. Beast hunters are sought after for their trap-making expertise and their peerless skill in surviving the deep forests. They come from all walks of life, and with their hunting companions, they can take on whatever challenge that will come their way, with a combination of their wit, their innovative skill, and the fierceness of their hunting beasts. If you choose to be that consummate warrior hunter, ask why you used your hunting and trade for battle. What made you hunt the ultimate predator? Why do you sick your hunting beasts at your fellow man? Hello viewers and welcome to a brand new episode of Trashtalk on Gubat Banwa, where I talk about the various disciplines you can play as within. And in today's episode, let's talk about the beast hunter. Beast hunter is surprisingly a witch, because again, a witch doesn't only mean magic user here, it means being annoying as shit. Now let's take a look at the beast hunter's discipline philosophy. Hunting beast, that's the word now huh, this gives the beast hunter a low 6 health, but also 4 speed and 2 jump for decent amount of mobility, as well as +1 to bravery and resilience, as beast hunter primarily use bravery for their inflict violences and techniques. You also get to have a hunting beast with you, and you get to choose what kind of beast they are. This includes small, which has 3 health, 4 speed, 3 jump, and all enemies adjacent to them suffer -1 dice to defense. Medium, which has 4 health, 5 speed, 1 jump, and can rush 2 at any point in your riv. And Behemoth, which has 5 health, 3 speed, 1 jump, and can guard all allies and you as long as all of you are in burst 1 of it. When your pet loses all their health, they don't become defeated, they just become unable to move until you revive them with 1 beat, then they heal up to their full health. If you are adjacent to them, when they move or get forcibly moved, you also move with them. Also, they share your prowess, which can be very important. Essentially, you are technically controlling 2 characters at once with the beast hunter. You are also just playing Pokemon. Your beast functions as several things at once, as meat shield to protect your squishy body, as something to increase your control over the battlefield, and as a mobility boost when you really need to haul ass. They are very versatile to say the very least, not powerful, but good at a lot of things. But how do you actually control them? Well, let's take a look at the beast hunters inflict violences. Mountain Dog Guardian. First, Hunting Shot is a ranged bravery attack that can reach up to range 5 that also slows people, just a simple ranged attack that can slow down your prey. Second, Bleeding Edge, it's a melee bravery attack, that obviously, makes people bleeds, causing them to take damage whenever they move. Again, something to make people not move. And third, Beast Mastery, you command your hunting beast, telling them to rush, guard an adjacent fighter, or attack an adjacent fighter with bravery. This is how you politely ask your pet to rip people's throat out. Everything is done through this inflict violence, and essentially makes your beast an extension of yourself. Putting everything together, Beast Hunter basically works by keeping hostile fighters at bay by slowing them down in some ways as much as possible, while using their beast to move around or order them to get in and attack people. Anything to keep the attention off the beast hunter. And of course, their signature techniques perfectly complements with this attack style too, so let's take a look at the first one, Balatique Trap. Choose a tile in range 3, you set down a bamboo arbalest and the tile it's on plus all adjacent tiles are now dangerous terrain. Also, draw a line 10 pattern from it. When a fighter moves onto the line, you can trigger the arbalest to shoot them in their knee, dealing 1 true hit. This causes them to be unable to move voluntarily, and whenever they are forcibly moved, they painfully loses 1 HP. The only way to remove the spike is by spending 1 beat. Oh hey look, even more ways to make people not want to move. This is basically an instant trap you can put down to prevent people from moving, whether towards or away from you. It's a very nice thing to have either way. And yeah, that's it. This technique doesn't have upgrade, because to be honest, if you can do something like putting down 2 or 3 of these things in one riv, you gonna turn the map into a scene straight from fucking Jigsaw, or Home Alone. Second, Eviscerating Darts. It's a ranged bravery attack that can reach up to range 4, which can cause the target to be vulnerable to attacks with one of the following mantras, meaning they do more damage, and also overtakes resistance if there's any. This mostly just lets your allies do more damage, since the Beast Hunter's techniques won't be doing most of the status effects listed here at all, just something to help out your allies. This technique can also be upgraded to Tiger Hunting Meditation, which also apply the vulnerability to all enemies within burst 2 of the target. If your allies have area pattern attacks, this would be very useful, and also God Hunting Blades, mark the target of the attack as well. While marked, their speed, jump, and resilience drop to 1, they lose the mark after they are attacked, just something to make the life of your target even worse for a moment. All in all, this is just a technique to make people take way more damage than ever before, very useful. After unlocking 2 of the Beast Hunter's techniques, you also unlock their Enlightenment, Ripping Comrade, in which you start violence with a pet adjacent to you, another one for the Beast Hunter. They share your prowess, but minus by 1, also has speed 6, jump 2, and 6 health. They rush when you rush. Any enemy in 2 tiles of the pet suffers plus 1 dice from all attacks. If they are defeated, you can only heal them when you find repose, or just resting. When you rally, your pet may rush. They then gain an aura 1 that counts as dangerous terrain against all enemies until the end of the violence. While similar to the hunting beast from Beast Hunter's discipline philosophy, this pet don't really attack, but they basically impose control onto the battlefield with just their presence alone, and are far more mobile since they rush when you rush. To other discipline, this pet can be used to support them or their allies, as well as functioning as extra health point in a way. Onto the third technique, Pit Trap. Like Balatique Trap, this has no upgrade. Choose a tile within range 3, mark that out. When a fighter moves onto that tile or adjacent to it, you can trigger the trap and all tiles in burst 1 of the tile fall by 2 elevations, inflict 2 true hits, turn into dangerous terrain because it's full of spikes, and then also inflict stun, reducing their action. To say the very least, this is goddamn painful, but obviously, you have to lead people into the trap in some way, otherwise they might just walk around it, but of course, even from that, you are still delaying their movement in some way, so even that can be helpful too. And finally, Gilded Hound Nails. Your attacks until the end of your next riv now also bleeds, slows, and inflicts wide open, which is already very painful, but also if the target already has any of those statuses, the target, of course, also becomes unable to move voluntarily until the end of their next riv. This time, instead of making your allies' attack stronger, you are making your own attack more painful, in a lot of ways. This technique can also be upgraded to Gimas Shearing Claws. Your attacks also mark people until the end of their next riv. While marked by you, they parry only on 7+, increasing damage taken, and Deva Humbling Claw Dance, before applying any of the previously mentioned effects. Teleport 3, and make a burst 1 area attack with Bravery plus Faith, that also has Relentless, Skewering, Bleeds, Slows, and blasts wide open, and then teleport 3 again to get out of dodge. You become debilitated and wide open yourself afterward. To sum it up, this technique lets you inflict more pain onto your enemies, in more than one ways. I can only recommend to perform the Deva Humbling Claw Dance when you know your allies are backing you up, otherwise you will be very exposed. After unlocking 4 of the Beast Hunter's techniques, you also unlock their Liberation, Witch Dog Summons, in which at resound 2+ with 1 beat, summon a Witch Dog in an adjacent tile. All tiles in burst 1 of the Witch Dog are dangerous terrain against all enemies, and for 1 beat from your or your allies, the Witch Dog may fly 4, including anyone mounted on it. And yes, you can mount the dog, putting you constantly on a +2 elevation, and also gaining you skewering on all your ranged and melee attacks. Real summary of Beast Hunter: dog powerful, you get more mobile and your attacks pierce through block, what's not to like? And that's basically it on Beast Hunter, tamers of the divine wild that knows the land and utilize nature itself against their foes. Anyway, that's all for now and I will see you all next time. Hello there, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell button. If you really want to support my channel, you could visit my Patreon page, or buy me some coffee, links in the description. Anyway, have a nice day.